A very good evening to one and all present here. I would like to begin by thanking each and every individual who took out their time and are here today to hear me out. I would like to thank the Dean Students Welfare, Students' Council for considering me an eligible candidate and allowing me to contest the election. And I would also like to thank the task force for providing me a platform to express our ideas in this soapbox. I, Ajay Kumar Ushara, second year undergraduate student from the Department of Civil Engineering, am contesting for the post of General Secretary for the Students' Council of 2019-2020. I stand before you today to place myself under each and everyone's scrutiny to allow me to become the channel for everyone's voice. Over the past 2 years in NITT, I have observed the various problems that plague us and this campus. I have seen students being hesitant in voicing out their problems just because they were unaware of the power that they hold. I understand that mere words don't make an impact. I would like my previous work experiences to speak for themselves. My last 2 years at A-Flight NCC has made me stronger, ever ready to face any situation, capable of working under stressful conditions, and has helped me hone my leadership skills and taught me the importance of teamwork. Being a member of the Festival Organizing Committee, Sports Feet Organizing Committee, and being a part of various regional fests, I have experienced the problems faced by the student community. I believe that I'll be able to listen to every individual and ensure that his or her problem is taken up and the solution is brought about. Working under various teams has not only boosted my leadership skills, but it has also given me a lot of experience. This entire process of elections has been a great learning experience, and I would like to use this experience and give something back to the institution. Thus, as a part of Students' Council, I shall put forth my best efforts to make sure that we work as a team and each and every issue gets the time it deserves, and leave no stone unturned in making the process of grievance redressal as student-friendly as possible. Approachability, transparency, and quick response will be the pillars of my working methodology. Bridging the gap between the student community and administration will be my primary concern. I will look forward to continuous support from the student community because I'm just a student like you and I can perform my best only with your constant support. I believe that it's time that students' community issue are heard and most importantly resolved. It's time that hasty decisions are pushed back. I wholeheartedly thank the Students' Council for providing me a chance to present my ideas. Now I present before you a few ideas that I wish to implement in the coming academic year. Starting with academic reforms. My vision is that every student of NITT is an asset to the nation and the NITT. So under the academic reforms, I would like to start an intern cell in the college which will help the deserving candidates get a proper intern across various institutions and research labs across the country. Under campus development, my vision is to make NITT a better place to stay. So under campus development, I'd like to start cycle rentals, e-waste collection, and animal-proof dustbins. Under student welfare, today the NIT, the institution, is all because of the students and the faculty who are here. So my idea is to make the students' life better. So my schemes under student welfare will be to start an women's safety app, a center for development of soft skills, and inclusion of student council in the inquiry committee. Under miscellaneous, I would like to start a scheme for vaccination of stray animals, and I'll start a blog under which I'll be regularly updating the status of the issues which are going on inside the council and the admin, so that every student in IITT knows what is happening and no one is kept under the shadows. This is not just my manifesto. This is your manifesto. All I've done is compiled all of your problems which came to me via the doc link which I circulated in all the groups. I assure each and every one of you that if elected to the post of General Secretary, I would implement not only these ideas, rather I would scrutinize manifestos of other candidates too, as all of us and all of you are an integral part of the student community, whose ideas deserve a chance. I assure you that I will be unbiased and work towards making NITT better for all of us. I would also wish good luck to all other candidates who are contesting for the other posts. I, Ajay Kumar Ushara, promise to be the voice of student community of NIT Trichy. Given a chance, I assure you that I shall work towards solving our issues. Your vision will be my mission. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajay. Next, I would like to call upon Satish Sharma.
A month into college as a first year, I asked myself, what is one thing that encourages me? Good evening to everyone present here. This is Satish Sharma from Metallurgical and Material Engineering Department, contesting for the post General Secretary. What started out as assisting people through task force led me on an endeavor that adds me serving the college in various ways. Having held positions such as member of Social Council, NITFest Organizing Committee Manager, Festember Workshops and Informals Coordinator, and a coordinator for Ignite, my experience in managing people and resources has grown manifold. The culmination of this journey has me standing in front of you now. Having found the answer to my earlier question of what encouraged me, I stand firmly by my notion of serving the student community. For this, I strongly believe that this post is my true calling and consider myself an ideal candidate for it. At this juncture, I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude both on behalf of myself and my batchmates to the current student council members for striving tirelessly for the development of our institute and ensuring everyone a hassle-free life over the last year. Great things never come from comfort zones, goes a saying. Change begins with a leap of faith to what's beyond the ordinary, and there is an excessive amount of hard work, courage, and sweat involved in this process. This is the very idea I had in my mind as I sculpted my manifesto. Having carefully analyzed the college environment over the last 2 years, I now present to you a few amendments I believe I would take as a step higher on the path to excellence. Being an institute of technology, student pursuits in technical innovation must be given importance. Through the survey I conducted among the tech clubs, the following are the efforts that can be done by the student council to ensure the same. Most of the projects done by the students in tech clubs are not documented properly. Many people, especially alumni, are not aware of these projects. A portal can be created so as to document the projects and publicize them to the alumni through Recall and or AIIC. This, I believe, will also help in availing funds for the same. One of the main places students work on such projects is the Students' Activity Center. Due to the absence of a direct internet connection at SAC, students are forced to use their own internet data. Setting up a LAN or Wi-Fi connection would definitely increase ease of access and productivity. Machine learning and data processing find many applications in today's technical projects. An online GPU subscription will definitely help the students for the same. In order to avoid the hassles in getting familiar with the process of internships in or after the second year, an internship assistant portal can be created where previous internship experiences from seniors in various fields and details on how they got the intern, what they worked on can be recorded. This will go a long way in assisting students looking for an internship. The presence of medium through which the possessions of fourth years can be conveniently passed on for social activities would really prove beneficial. Many play areas in the campus are left unattended. One main example is the basketball court behind Lapis. With the development of such play areas and proper maintenance, students will not have to travel long distance for play and recreation. Smaller initiatives like setup of light throughout the amber ground will also prove really helpful for students. These are few reforms I believe I could be implemented for the betterment of the institute and its wonderful students fraternity. I am also extremely open to ideas and suggestions from you people that could be brought into effect, considering the interests of students and their welfare. Adhering to my vision of how great leaders don't tell you what to do and rather show you how it's done, I pledge to voice the opinions of my fellow students if I am elected as the General Secretary. I also vow to resolve any issues that plague the students and work relentlessly towards making lives better. As a mark of brotherhood and comradeship, I also sincerely wish my fellow contender, Ajay Ushara, best of luck in his endeavors as well. Thank you.
I request the candidates to come up on stage.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
So, we've seen both of your manifestos, and out of which we clearly see that there are many things that are out of what the roles and responsibilities are suggested by the admin, but not that are related to it. So, there are many things that you people have missed. Can you state what you guys have missed? One by one. First with Ushara.
I couldn't get you. Missed in the sense?
Yeah, there are certain roles and responsibilities for the General Secretary stated, right? We have released that along with the election form. So yeah, you people have missed many from that. So can you guys state what and all you have missed one by one, starting with Ajay Ushara?
Okay, as per my portfolio, the responsibilities which were given for the post of General Secretary, it had, first it was chairman for NITFest, and second, conducting nostalgia, then member of Alumni Institute Interaction Cell. So, Alumni Institute Interaction Cell, then member of Transport Advisory Committee, then member of Office of International Relations, and then signing MOUs with signing MOUs related to student activities.
Okay, what have you included from that? And I'd like to elaborate on that particular point.
Intern cell. It's similar, the intern cell, it works similar to the Office of International Relations. One difference between intern cell and the Office of International Relations is, the Office of International Relations, they sign MOUs with foreign institutes so that they can send our students for exchange programs to their institutes, and they can do internships under them. What I have thought is, so when we have initiated something for our students so that they can go to foreign institutes, why can't we help our students who are more deserving? There are some students who are deserving, but they don't get interns in our college. Even I have some friends, even many of people who are here, they know some students who are actually deserving, who have proper knowledge in that field, but they don't get interns because of one reason, they don't have proper CGPA. Why they don't have proper CGPA? Because they don't invest the time in academics, rather they invest time in developing their interest towards that particular field and gaining more knowledge. So what I thought is, when we start an intern cell, can I just explain how will it work, intern cell, the entire process?
Short.
Briefly. Yeah,
okay. So we'll develop a portal in which, as soon as we go to the website, they will be presenting a list of fields under which we would like to do an intern. Let us say I want to do an intern under transportation engineering. Let us assume. Then as soon as I click that field, the next web page will be opened, and in that page I have to enter my details like name, roll number. I have to upload my resume, and I have to upload my SOP also. When I click submit button, the entire details will go to the prof who is responsible for transportation engineering. Now, when it goes to that prof, he will analyze my resume, and he will call me to his office for we can say for let us say like a PI. A PI will be arranged where I will be questioned regarding that subject. When this PI happens, the prof gets to know if the student knows something or not in this field. When this happens, the professor cannot miss out the deserving candidates who actually have knowledge. So this will help all the students who actually want to do something, but they only one thing which is stopping them is GPA. When let us say I'm having less GPA and I'm sending a mail to other institute for intern, what happens is, as soon as the prof sees, let us say I'm having a GPA of 7.5, the prof sees that my GPA is 7.5, and another candidate is sending a mail, and his GPA is, and his CG is 9.5.
I would like to stop you.
Yes,
so, intern cell, whatever you are saying, it's good. The idea is good. But how it is related to AIIC? Do you know what is AIIC?
OIR, sir.
Oh, you are talking about OIR.
About OIR, sir.
In OIR also, what are the works which OIR is doing currently? Do you have any idea? And sir, under whom it comes?
Sir, Office of International Relations.
Yeah.
Office of International, they contact foreign institutes and they sign MOUs with them. I spoke to one senior. He told that once his friend, he wanted to do an intern. He sent mails to that prof. But what happened is, the prof said that your institute hasn't signed an MOU with us, so I can't provide an intern. So after this initiative was taken. So this is how OIR came into play.
What do you know about OIR, Satish?
Same thing, like we'll be coordinating with the foreign universities for student exchange program and internship activities. Same. It started a year.
Both of you know that day before yesterday one event was there.
Yeah.
What was that event?
Sir, students from other countries and NRI residents, they were called for a session, and they had talks with them. There was a session yesterday.
Yeah, so it's not about just exchanges, right? OIR is just not about exchanges, internships, and all those things. OIR is Office of International Relations. So the current OIR team, they conducted an event where they called all the international students. They had a discussion with them, cultural programs with them, so that we can give some, what do we call, like importance to the international students which are studying in the college. So this was a very good idea, I can say. So something like that you should build up, you should mention in your manifesto like how you can improve the OIR, right? Office of International Relations. Since you are a member, you have been given that responsibility. Okay, next point.
Same question to Satish. The point that you have missed in your roles and responsibilities that you could state now.
For alumni interaction cell, I have mentioned the point that the projects of the tech clubs will be taken and will be uploaded in the portal. Like our AIC and Recall has separate websites. So I spoke to them. What they said was, we can have a separate portal in our website itself so that the tech club projects can be uploaded in it. What Recall said was, we have a very great alumni network so that they are going through the website at very frequent intervals, so that the tech club projects may be viewed by the alumni and acquisition of funds for them.
So your plan is to acquire funds for the projects through AIC, right? Clear.
And as a transport advisory committee member, I also mentioned some points like new tender initiatives should be brought up for our campus, because I spoke with the
Transportation Advisory Committee, you mean to say that more procurement should be done from that side? Is that what you mean? Like more number of buses or?
Yeah, as a member, I should push the transport committee, like as I spoke to the transport committee in our campus, what they said was, as of now, 6 buses are there. 2 are in a very bad condition that they are going to release in the action. And also the other 2 are also in a very bad condition, which was bought before 8 years, I guess. And 2 buses are only in the good condition. And regarding the battery vehicles, in the 6 vehicles, 2 was given to the company for some repair service, I guess. It was not returned because there are some problems with the money payment, it seems. And the other 2 are also have some problems which is not used currently in our campus. Since only 2 buses are left, 2 battery vehicles are left in our campus, they can't regularly use it for hostel circulations. Since if it gets again repaired, we won't have it for emergency uses. So I think it's so necessary to initiate some new tenders for buses and battery vehicles.
No, what do you mean by new tender?
Like we have to buy some new buses or battery vehicles.
If I say the ministry doesn't allow that?
No, I have to look after it, and it's a necessary means we have to push from our council side, right?
No, you can push. I am saying you can push from council side as much as you want. But I am saying the ministry says you cannot buy a vehicle. Acha, do you know the director's vehicle?
Yeah.
Which vehicle she is having?
Innova.
Innova. That is an institute vehicle?
So it is given by MHRD. It is given from MHRD.
No.
Given by MHRD?
No, is it an institute vehicle? From both of you I am asking.
No, sir. It's not an institute vehicle.
If you are part of transport advisory committee, you should know that any institute in the India, like the central government institute, they're like clearly they have mentioned they cannot buy any vehicle. Okay, the only thing is they have to outsource the vehicle. Even the vehicle which director is using is not our institute vehicle. It is an outsourced vehicle. We are paying rent for that every month. Fine. So new tender, if you are mentioning about new tender in your manifesto, what you can do is, that's a good idea. But like you have to outsource the whole transport of the institute. How government agencies are working nowadays, they are outsourcing everything. So suppose you want to improve the transport of institute, the best thing is you outsource it, prepare a tender for that, outsource it, and once you outsource, everything will be private, maybe they will increase your fees a little bit. Okay, and then you have to pay more, simple. But institute will not buy any vehicle, that is for sure. If you think you are opening a tender for buying the vehicle, that is wrong. Okay?
Only outsourcing is possible.
Yeah. Okay. Both of you have mentioned about cycle rentals in your manifestos. Tell me about how you're going to go about it. The model, preferably. Short.
As of now, 2 things can be done. Like I'm still researching which things I have to go on it. Like 4th years are currently having more than 700 cycle in campus. I am talking only about BTech. Before Recycle was doing that thing, When Recycle was doing that thing, the cycles were a lot of compact parts, like lot of iron parts. It has lot of compact parts. But as of now, the 4-tier cycles are only the max city and ultimate city. Most of the people have that cycle only. What I think is, if we get, as Recycle did in the past years, we can get the cycles, because the students from other states won't take the cycle back to their homes. So if we ask them, definitely they'll give the cycles to us. We can get the cycles and use it for rentals, or as the panel said, we can outsource the rental cycle also by, as in some other institutes in IASC or IIT Madras, we can outsource the rental service.
You also mentioned about cycle rentals. What is your idea? In brief. Yeah.
So I had sent a mail to Ola Pedal regarding the service. They are providing the service in other places in the country. I mailed them regarding the feasibility of this starting a cycle rental scheme in our college, and I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the response. Apart from this, what I have done is I came up with an idea like how we can go about with cycle rentals. So let us assume we are buying some certain number of cycles from outside. Let us assume that we are buying certain number of cycles from outside. We'll bring them inside the campus. Then what we'll do is we'll set up a registration desk. We can do that in any classroom in LH or Orion, and we can ask students to come and register. When they're registering, they have to submit their photograph and address proof. That is the hostel address. That they can submit the bona fide for that.
Okay, you are same system like Ola Pedals, right?
Yes, sir.
If I say the Ola Pedal is a failure, in most of the institute, Ola Pedal is a failure.
So they want to.
Yeah.
They want to start. They want to start in. They want to try it out, sir.
No,
So
why Ola Pedal? You know how they work, right? Why it was a failure? Do you know that? Like, have you thought about it? Why it was a failure? Ola Pedal doesn't work on stations, right? They doesn't provide stations. Yes, so that is the simple answer, like why it was a failure. In an institute like ours, which is a 800-acre institute, okay, suppose 300, 350 acres developed institute. So we have a big campus. In Ola Pedal and all, wherever you leave the cycle, no one is going to take care. Same thing happened in other institutes like IIT Madras also, and it was a big failure. Like their cycle became, like it got damaged, no one is taking care of the cycles, and those things happened.
So I have an alternative also, sir, for this.
What is your alternative?
Instead of following the same system as Ola Pedal did, I have just contacted them, sir. We are not going to implement the same scheme. We have just contacted them for trying out, for just asking them if it's feasible in Trichy or not. I have just contacted for this reason. I have an alternate plan for cycle rentals. As I was saying, we'll get a certain number of cycles from outside, and we'll, before the cycles come inside our college, we'll set up a registration desk. The registration can happen in any classroom in LH or Orion. So when this registration happens, we can ask our students who are interested to register for this cycle rental scheme. They can come and they can submit their address proof, that is a bona fide certificate, and they can submit their photograph, and they can pay the registration fee. Let us say the registration fee is about 50 for this entire scheme of cycle rentals. Once they have registered, they will be provided with a master key. This that master key, it can open the locks of all the cycles which are coming under this scheme. Now, where will these cycles be kept? These cycles we can set up docking stations around the campus. Let us say we are setting, we are in Orion.
Okay, so you are coming up to docking station. Okay, fine, we'll leave it. Satish, you worked in Recycle, right? You worked in Recycle.
Yeah.
Even I was part of Recycle. So you must be knowing like what are the problems we faced in Recycle. So again, you are saying that we can follow the same concept, right? So how will you cover up the drawbacks which we had that time in the Recycle? Like how are you going to solve the issues? And what were the issues? Tell at least like one or two issues which you faced in Recycle.
In the past, the main issue we had was the students alone cannot take care of the cycle shed. Maybe we can allot one or two workers permanently to rent the cycles. That can be done. And also, since we students only took care of that, and in the I think winter vacation, that was not taken care properly, and I think even some snakes came, and there was a lot of problems like that. For that, we can allot some permanent 2 or 3 workers to take care of that cycle shed. Maybe we can pay, right? Because this rental system will be getting some revenue. With that revenue itself, we can pay the workers. So that can be done.
Okay, workers was one of the issue, and other issues were also there. You must be knowing. Try to find out the solutions for that.
Sure.
Now,
So, yeah. Now I'd like to ask you guys about the main role and responsibility that you guys were given first, the NIT Fest. The first responsibility, of course, NIT Fest. So, what is your take on NIT Fest chairman being the general secretary being the NIT Fest chairman?
like none of you have mentioned anything about NIT Fest. How are you going to develop NIT Fest, or what are the problems people face in NIT Fest, and how you are going to cover up all those?
So, which
just we
means that
want to
none
know,
of you are
because
interested in
that is
taking
one of
it
the
up.
main responsibilities.
Could we understand it that way? If so, please give your views, whether it can be made an open post or something.
So we should say that, is it...
Since none of you have mentioned it on your manifesto, I'd like to know whether you guys aren't interested, and if so, we can have an open induction process for that post. Please give your views on that.
Okay, what I felt is, since I was not a part of any NITFest team, when I am elected as the chairperson of NITFest, then what I think is other heads might they won't have that kind of understanding with me, because they might think that he doesn't know anything about NITFest. How can he be chairperson? So what I want to do is, instead of I would like to act as an just like the president has been given responsibility, like executive committee member of Fest member, and the vice president has been given the responsibility like executive committee of Pragyan. So what my take at this is, I would like to act as an executive committee member for NITFest, and I would like to coordinate all the admin related works for NITFest.
I would like to answer for that. Since NITFest is not like other fest, NITFest is a fest where our own students host and our own students participate. It's an interdepartmental fest which involves a lot of participation from our own campus. In this sense, we'll be having a lot of admin related activities. It's not like a Festember or a Pragyan. Maybe that will be like they'll be conducting a guest lecture, they'll be booking some also. It's kind of different. But coming to NITFest, it will be having a lot of admin related works, and also it will be unbiased when a student electorate take the NITFest chairman post. So my answer is yes, I'll surely take it.
We have here 2 chairmen of NITFest, and so my batch chairman is also there. So I would like to ask him some question.
So, can you hear me? Yeah. So, the thing is, you have been elected as the, if you're elected, you will be elected as the General Secretary of the Students' Council. Not as the students didn't vote for you to be the chairman of NITFest, right? And frankly speaking, there are a lot of issues in the campus, much more than the number of issues in NITFest that that requires a good leader to solve. So in that case, to you Satish Sharma, you have opted to be the chairman of NITFest, right? What is your take on that? Do you want to be the NITFest chairman directly after you got elected, or what about the entire event semester? Don't you think the whole event semester is lost as the General Secretary of Students' Council if you become the chairman of NITFest?
See, what you're saying is people are not electing me to become the NITFest chairman, they are electing me to become the General Secretary. In the roles and responsibilities itself, they have mentioned clearly that NITFest chairman is first and foremost responsibility of the General Secretary. So people are seeing that and voting for me. So
okay, let's assume that the first rule, the first responsibility, that you have to be the chairman of NITFest. It's up to you. Let's assume that that responsibility, it's up to you to take the responsibility as the chairman of NITFest.
Then I'll be experimenting myself in the student council atmosphere for the first 1 month. Then I'll be saying my answer to the X score after 1 month, just 1 month. I should experiment myself in the student council atmosphere, how the workflow will be, and to know those kind of things. Because I know how the NITFest chairman post will be, but I don't know how the general secretary post will be, because I should experiment myself. So that's my stand.
Do you think 1 month is enough?
If I get a chance, like...
do you think 1 month is enough to experience?
Yeah, surely.
You do?
No, 1 month is nothing.
1 month?
1 month is nothing.
You won't even be getting started in 1 month.
College is starting on July 22nd next year, say supposing. And when do you think the NITFest chairman will be will be announced? Core will be announced?
November.
Okay. How many months are there? Like in between? Say August it reopens. September is September.
So in the August I will be saying my answer to the exco. If I get a chance that I should...
I'll clarify one thing here. For the president post and vice president post, we have mentioned executive committee member. But what we have mentioned for general secretary post is chairman of NITFest. So there is no option of saying no for the post. For both of you, I'm telling this. If it is mentioned, you have to take chairman post. We are not giving option. Based on the responsibility, you have to stand for the election. If you doesn't want to take the post for chairman...
Since he asked a question that if you get a chance, what will you choose?
Okay.
That's why I answer like that.
Yeah, no, I'm just clarifying that it is
sure.
compulsory, mandatory for both of you.
Okay, so my next question is a follow-up to this. Given that you people have all these manifesto points, in addition with your NITFest chairmanship, how do you plan on going about all the manifesto points and the NITFest chairmanship post? I mean, NITFest as a whole.
Taking a NITFest, it's a team activity basically. There are a lot of core members. It's not like I should take the decision and I should work on it fully. But general secretary, it says there are, including NITFest chairman post, there are 4 more roles and responsibilities. So being the NITFest chairman, I'll be having a good temper with my core members and like only will take care of the admin related activities. If it affects my...
Do you think that is the only thing that the NITFest chairman does? Taking care of admin related activities is what the NITFest chairman does?
No, what I'm saying is before the fest, not involving much myself in the NITFest, because overall coordinator, there are a lot more posts to take care of the NITFest. So, but coming to here, the other 3 more responsibilities, transport and AIC, those things I can't leave just like that. So, priorities will be made.
Ajay, your take on that?
My take on it is this. First, I will prioritize the other 5 responsibilities which are given. First, I would prioritize them and I'll try to have a good progress in all those responsibilities. And when coming to NITFest, as Satish said, we have we run it as a team. It's not an individual show. It's not a one-man show over there. It goes as a team, and as far as I know about the chairman, he supervises everything. So I don't think that it will hinder much in the process, in the responsibilities which are given to me.
You mean to say that it won't take a huge chunk of your time, NITFest?
It will take a huge. Okay, I agree that it will consume time, but I know how to prioritize. I know how to prioritize things when to give
before
importance
you said
to
you wanted to be the executive committee member of NITFest. Like, what made you say that?
As I pointed out earlier, that I was not a part of any NITFest team. So if elected as a chairperson or chairman of NITFest, so what I feel is the other heads, they might not be in good terms. They might feel that what does he know about NITFest? How can we work with him? So when this thing comes, I don't think that the fest will flow in the way it was planned, and I don't think that it will run smoothly.
Just now they clarified that you want to have a choice. Just now they clarified.
He asked me, what did he say? I'm just repeating it again. I'm not changing my statement. I'm just saying what I said. I'm just repeating what I said earlier.
No, at least after they clarified, I think you should switch on to some other option. Because you don't have a choice to switch it to executive committee member.
Yeah, I supported his statement too.
I have a question. Satish Sharma, you mentioned that providing vaccines for students.
Yeah.
So what are the types of vaccines you'll be providing and how will you shortlist them? There are many types of vaccines, right? So what are the types of vaccines you'll actually, what do you exactly mean by providing vaccines?
For the past 2 years, in my batch itself.
And how do you think the vaccines will be arranged?
By hospitals. I consulted with the hospital chief doctor in the NIT hospital.
What's her name? What's the name?
I forgot. I went with the NSS chairman, but I forgot the chief doctor's name.
No, chief.
Priyanka ma'am.
No chief doctor.
Was it a male or female?
Priyanka
Female.
ma'am.
But she's medical officer. Like
Chief
there is
medical officer.
Nothing called chief doctor.
She's not the chief doctor, she's chief medical officer.
Okay.
So how will you proceed on that?
So last year itself,
See,
they
we tried this semester, we actually tried for providing vaccines.
Yeah.
But we couldn't.
Yeah. The problem with that is at last minute, like they expected around 50 or 60 would turn up for the vaccination, but the response they got was around 270. So they don't have enough fund to buy the vaccines. One vaccine costs around 1,850, I guess. So they went to the admin and asked in the emergency fee deposit, could we get the fund for this vaccination? But what the admin said was, many people's emergency account already went in negative. So we could not give fund for these vaccination. So maybe this time we could arrange it before itself. And
then see, the emergency thing will be used for, like everyone should be able to use it. So if that is not there, if you use that for vaccines, then if there's any emergency situation, what will you do for that?
No, I think this is a kind of emergency situation because more than 10 people got chickenpox in my batchmate. So it's an important thing, right? It also comes under an emergency thing.
I would like to say something regarding this vaccination point. What Satish is talking about, he's just talking about chickenpox vaccine. But as per my knowledge, I was a bio student, so I know that there are certain vaccines which must be administered at this age only. So what if that student has missed that? Missed that dose? So how are you planning to administer those vaccines?
The medical officer told that they will be taking care of it.
We will give you time to interact with each other. Just last 1 or 2 questions.
Okay, this question is for Ajay. You had mentioned about daily fee payment in mess. Can you just elaborate on it?
Yes, ma'am. Daily fee payment, I'll tell how it works. Initially, in the beginning of semester, everyone pays the fee. The process will remain the same. Everyone has to pay the hostel fee, under which the mess fee will be covered. After that, what we have to do is, we have to set up biometric scanners at every mess. I had, when I spoke to my mess manager in MM1, he told, I once got into argument with him, and I asked him, why don't you give a biometric scanner? Why are you asking for cards? He was like, I am ready to do it. You have to speak to the admin for that. So after that, I got this idea, like we can set up biometric scanners in every mess. And then when we register for students, after registration is done for all the students in the mess, now when they come for dining in the mess, we will have proper record of which student has dined for which part of the day. Let us say, if a student has missed his breakfast, what we can do is, what we should do is, the amount which is there for breakfast, it should not be deducted from the fees, it should be kept as such, and after 4 years, when the mess dues are settled, it can be reimbursed into his account, his or her account.
Okay, I have a question. You're saying that you are giving so much flexibility for the student. Okay, that's fine. But think from the caterer's perspective.
I'll tell you, like, our college is the one which is having the maximum caterers, like 10, 11 caterers we are having in the campus. And it's very difficult, like most of them run in loss. Because, 10 caterers means in one mess, maximum 350 people on average. Okay, and some messes are having 700, so for them no issues. But the other messes are running with 350 registrations, 400 registrations. They all are in loss. If you cut the money like that, again suppose only 350 people are dining, out of that also you are taking the money from lunch, from breakfast, if you miss breakfast, if you miss dinner, I am sure in 1 month they will leave the campus. The caterers won't run the mess.
Why those students, they are not dining in the mess? If quality food is provided, they would prefer to go and dine in that mess. When the food is not proper...
How to increase the quality of the mess food, since you touched upon that? How to increase the quality of mess food, and what are the steps being taken now, currently in existence, and what ideas do you suggest, both of you? It's an open question.
Currently, we are having a mess squad which consists of the students and the
there's no mess squad.
Mess committee. mess committee.
Okay,
We have
mess
mess
committee.
reps, so it has students. So what I feel is regular checks are not conducted actually. Surprise visits must be kept regularly in order to keep a check on the quality of food being served. And what I have seen is the mess people, what they do is when they serve better food, they ask us to write feedback in the notebooks, and that too they come and force us to write. So what we should do is when we if we feel that food is not good on that day itself, we must go and ask him, where's your notebook, I want to put an entry in it. Or else what we can do is we can have an online portal for mess feedbacks. In that we can put up our complaints regarding mess.
Satish, your take on that?
As he said, we have a mess committee and mess reps for those things. Everything is properly structured. The only thing missing is we are not motivating them properly. We are not conducting a meeting with the council people or someone else. If we motivate them and we get a proper feedback from them, and like we are getting feedback now.
I'll tell you, you will not be able to do anything. It should be a duty, like for every mess,
there
is a warden attached. And there is a mess committee. It's the duty of warden with the mess rep. Okay, they should conduct a meeting and then they should improve the quality of the food. So just we need to monitor that, and we need to
monitor whether it's happening or not. That's what I say.
Okay.
And
a slight factual thing about messes, since you talked about that. So we have a fine policy of messes, and our NIT is for information, our NIT is the only NIT that puts fine based on feedbacks of students. Like any idea of you guys are filling feedback, right, after each month. So totally, to how much points is that feedback for, and on what on factors? Anyone?
They ask us to rate out of 5. In that they ask us the quality of food served, the punctuality, the hygiene, and the quantity
of food.
They ask it. So what I feel is they are just asking these points, in which we are just entering points, just giving points. What if I want to write something?
My question was straight. What are the factors and how much was the points? How much is the point? Total
25.
points?
Yeah, 25 points. 5, 5, 5. We have 5 different parameters, and we have to mark out of 5 points.
Okay. And any idea below which amount, if a caterer scores, they'll be fined? Caterers are fined based on students' feedback.
Whatever feedback we give in the mess on the last working day or before last in a month, the caterers are fined.
So if he earns 1 lakh per month,
a certain amount will be
deducted if the feedbacks are bad beyond a particular score. So I want that if you guys know about the score, it's very factual, but then I suppose you guys should know.
8, before 8, like the average, if it's below 8.
Ajay?
Every parameter, if we award below 2.
It's a total number.
It's a total number. I would say 10.
Out of 25, so yeah, guys. So your take is it's 10, and Satish?
8.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, panel. Now we begin the crossfire session. Candidates can ask questions to each other.
Okay, Satish, I have a question for you. You had mentioned about GPU subscriptions, right? In your manifesto. So how are you going to implement them, GPU subscriptions?
It's pretty simple actually. After consulting with the spider heads and RMI heads, they gave me finally 2 ways. One is to set a hardware lab or subscription of this Google Cloud. But setting up a hardware lab, it's too tough. I don't know whether we can achieve it in the next coming year or not. And also it gets outdated within a frequent intervals of time. So the only choice I left was to subscribing this Google Cloud, and the cost even like if we use the Google Cloud 6 hours per day, the average cost per month will be around 4K. So we have to like online vendors are there, like Amazon, Google Cloud, Paperspace, like that many things are there. We can call them and subscribe them, and we can give the access to the tech clubs alone. Whenever they ask, we need to process the data, some kind of things, we can allot some particular time, and then we can give the access to them.
Okay, Satish, so do you know about this NVIDIA cloud?
Yeah.
Okay, so which kind of GPU are you trying to purchase? Do you know that there are 3 types of GPU?
Yeah.
So what are they? What are the 3 types of GPU which a cloud offers? and which kind of GPU do you want to get, which kind of GPU do you want to bring to our institute? Because see, the clubs which are in the college, they use softwares like SolidWorks, and for SolidWorks there is one particular type of GPU which works because it gives maximum efficiency only if you use that kind of GPU. And the cost of that GPU is way too high, and I don't think it's feasible enough.
No. When I conducted the survey, the RMI head gave me a quotation which they submitted to the student council a year before. In that they have mentioned if we get this type of Google Cloud itself, it's enough for us to train the data. We are not expecting that kind of thing, and we are not doing projects in such a precise manner. So I think it's a feasible one, and regarding the type, he mentioned it, and I forgot it.
Okay. You about this subscription. I have few more questions about subscription. Few more questions about subscriptions. What kind of subscription are you planning to get? Is it CCU or PCCU?
CCU, PCCU. What is it?
CCU is concurrent user and PCCU is perpetual concurrent
Why should we go into those technical stuff?
No, because the price at which you're getting, it depends on the type of license you acquire.
The people who asked itself gave me the list of GPU which they want, and I saw the quotation in my own eyes, which doesn't cost more than 4,000. It's done, I guess. Why should we go into the types of it? And I think you are
guys
checking my technical.
Wise if you guys can move to the next question, because it's getting too technical.
Can you explain about your women safety app? Can you explain about your women safety app?
Okay. Women safety app. So how it will work is, so I'll just explain how it's going to work. In that we'll develop an app in which the girls they can they can list out their their problems, grievances. This is one thing which will be in the app. And one more thing, there are emergency apps, like you'd be knowing about the emergency apps which are there. So I thought, why don't you have an emergency app for NITT? Because we can't wait for any crime to happen inside NITT. So it's not that let us wait for anything to happen, then we'll develop the app. So
just
why not
have
a precaution?
How the app will function. Yeah, we are having an app. That's okay. How different is your app, and how will it function? The women safety app.
Sorry?
How will it function?
Okay, how will it function? See, about the tracking. As you know about the emergency app, they have emergency buttons, right? Upon some phones, some apps, they have, if you press the lock button thrice, a GPS will be, GPS mode will be turned on your phone, and the location will be sent to 3 emergency contacts. So what I've planned is, similarly, if you press the power button 3 times, the GPS tracker will be switched on in the phone, and the location will be sent to our security office. So if a girl, let us say, if a girl is in any problem, the security person from security office, we can send security personnel to that particular area to help her out. Okay, and in your manifesto, you had told about this renovation of playgrounds. Recently, NIT happened in a college, and as far as I know, all the grounds in a college have been renovated. So, what are you planning?
Like I mentioned in my speech, clearly no. The basketball court behind Lapis and the Amber ground doesn't have lights. Only for the cricket ground, it's there. But for the volleyball and football posts are there. Only if there's a proper lighting, it can be accessed properly by the students.
So why do you think that our administration hasn't provided any lighting over there?
I don't get you.
Why do you think our admin hasn't provided any lighting to Amber ground? Because they would also thought about this initiative, right? So do you know why it didn't happen?
I think that the panel answers to this.
See, lighting, I'll tell you the reality. Like floodlights, we tried a lot, but for floodlight, it is very expensive and it is not coming in our budget. Fine. Then we tried to find out some LED. Nowadays, the technology which we are following is LED lights. So in LED lights also, we have like low budget lights which can give, which has more intensity. So we tried for that, but the process was not completed. And we were doing it for, again, first, our focus is first NSO, because NSO is the main ground. And hostel side, actually, hostel office should take care. Like, if they want, they can do the renovation for those grounds. Okay.
Maybe we can use your idea, solar lamps, those things we can implement and do it. Yeah. Can you explain about the increase of bandwidth, something you have mentioned?
Yeah,
now?
okay. Coming to that, so let me explain how it's going to work.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know that Wi-Fi, it is being served at two different frequencies. One is 2.4 gigahertz frequency, other one is 5 gigahertz frequency.
Okay.
Okay, so in our hostels, we have been given single band routers. So it serves single band routers. It gives us Wi-Fi at the frequency of 2.4 gigahertz. So what happens is, in that particular frequency, we have certain number of channels. And the problem with that 2.4 gigahertz frequency network is, not only mobiles and laptops, even other Bluetooth devices, security cameras, they also use that channel. So what happens is, when they are using this, we have, as I told about the channels, right? Let us say there's a channel A, and my phone is using the channel A. And there's channel B, which is being used by the security cameras in hostel. So what will happen is, when they both work simultaneously, there will be interference of signals, and this is why signal strength is lost over there. And why I mentioned about bandwidth is, see, after this all interference thing is, after all this interference thing and signal loss is done, we'll be having a certain range of frequency over which we can access the internet. So I'm referring to that range as bandwidth. So what my idea is, why can't we replace the existing routers with dual band routers?
Replace the existing routers.
Yeah, replace the existing routers with dual band routers. What dual band routers will do is, they'll be giving Wi-Fi at two different frequencies. One is 5 gigahertz frequency, and the other is 2.4. Now, yeah, I consulted many friends in Spider regarding
not
this.
many friends. You are saying that you are going to replace the existing routers.
Yeah.
Have you consulted the CSA department or someone else regarding this? Does the budget comes in our council thing? Have you researched anything?
First, let me explain the complete
fully,
idea.
Yeah, come on.
So the advantage of this 5 gigahertz, what will happen is, it has 24 channels, and this channel spacing between each is 20 megahertz. When compared to 2.4 gigahertz channel, there we have only 5 megahertz spacing. So the chances of interference or overlapping of signals in 5 gigahertz channel will be very less, and the loss of signal strength will be low, and we'll be getting high Wi-Fi speeds. So this is one of my ideas to how to boost the Wi-Fi speed in our campus. This is one of my ideas. And coming to the feasibility of this idea, the advantage of dual band routers is, it has the one advantage is, it can serve both strength. It can provide both signal strength, and it can provide range also. And the problem with the existing routers is, it has the only advantage is range. It can cover long distance. Let me explain. Let me complete. Yeah. It has only range. And when I compare the prices also, the dual band router, it costs approximately twice of the single band. But what we can do is, when we replace all the existing single band routers, at the cost of 2 single band routers, we can get 1 double band router, and it will be serving the purpose, and it will be giving signal strength, and it will be serving Wi-Fi for longer range also. So I think this is better.
Okay, thank you, Ajay. Thank you, Satish. Now we'll move on to audience questions. Does the audience have any questions?
See, women do not face problems just outside hostels. Inside hostels, so like yesterday, my friend, she had mild chest pain. Sorry? Mild chest pain after roll call, like around 11. The ambulance was not in campus. It was in Trichy, and when we called, there was no responsible answer. They were like, we just came to the Trichy hospital and we can't come now. And when we called the steward, they were like, you're not allowed to go outside. You can't do anything, like no auto, nothing. And then in such a situation, what do you think can help girls, like such situations?
Okay, since you mentioned the ambulance was not in the campus, so what we can do is, why can't we have 2 different ambulances in the campus? See, what I have seen is, many times, even I have experienced this problem that the ambulance isn't available. Once I had fractured my finger and I had to go to Apollo hospital. But they told me that you have to wait till the ambulance comes because it has went to Trichy. So what we can do is, instead of having a single ambulance, why can't we bring two ambulances in college, which we can keep it as a buffer in an institute? So say when, let us say one ambulance has gone out, so this other ambulance will be functioning inside a campus.
But yeah, but when we were talking to the doctor, they were like, we've asked for like extra ambulances, but then they're not providing and stuff. So do you think that is possible, like one more ambulance?
If we push, I think we can get.
We just explained about the procurement of more vehicles or even outsourcing it. That's the problem here. So if you could give up a solution other than this, that would be feasible. Other solution. And the person who asked the question, can you please tell what happened after that? What solution was provided? Mike, Ram.
So we contacted the security, and a car from the security they
office.
came, and we went to the hospital.
So one basic thing that I and most of us in our college believe is...
Can you be a bit loud?
Yeah. One question that we and me and most of us in this college believe is, interest is something that is the source for everything that you do.
Injustice.
So, interest. 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 Like parents force you into engineering and you end up into something. So I have seen two things from you. So one thing is in the SoapBox intro video, you say you are contesting the elections because seniors motivated you. And I see one more. Let me complete. And I'm seeing one. And I saw one more thing which says that you are standing in the name of someone else. So can you justify your interest?
Sorry?
That's all.
Sorry.
I saw two things. One is your SoapBox intro where you say you are standing in elections only because your seniors motivated you. Two, I saw a screenshot of message which says that you are standing in the name of someone else. So can you interest, like this is what my interest is, can you show? Like can you justify your interest in being the GS? Yeah.
Okay, see, there have been instances where I have seen proper justice isn't being done to the students, and I have seen that students are being hesitant to say any problems. Like you will, I have many friends say they don't have that much say proper communication skills, or they don't have that approach. They are not that much open to anyone. So they are hesitant. They fear to say anything out. They think like, if I say this, what will think about me? Will I get a proper solution? That assurity isn't there, and I want to give that assurity. So this is why I'm standing for the GS. I think you got the answer why I'm standing.
To Mr. Satish, I'm asking the question. Okay. So which coachings are you going to bring for the GATE and UPSC you are talking about? I don't think there are many big banners in Trichy. And who will pay for small coachings here? Because everyone can pay for coachings like Made Easy and they can go to Delhi or somewhere. So who will pay for coachings and study the campus and study the college course at the same time and paying for not so big top-notch coachings? So will that be a successful venture?
Yeah. 3 or 4 years back, our college, our institute had UPSC coaching institute. Do you know that?
No, sorry.
It was there. Since like first when they came for an institute, our students showed a lot of interest in it. Many people registered for it, but after that they gradually, their interest decreased, and slowly that end up in vanishing that thing.
Why did the
what your question is, will institute come again or not? Like that only you are asking.
I asked whether it will be a successful venture. I don't think that.
Yeah, why you are thinking that it won't be a successful venture?
Why did it fail last time?
Because people didn't show much interest. Because that coaching institute was converted like basically people gave that coaching institute a false hope. Like many people will be there. Many people will be paying fees a lot fees for you. Like then only they gave a false hope. I don't know who did that, but they came, but they didn't. When they didn't get proper interest from the students, they just left. That's what happened. Maybe this time, instead of giving some false hope, maybe explaining our institute situation. Like maybe not many people, at least some people are preparing for the UPSC exam sincerely. So for that, you may come. That's what I'm saying.
So can you bring any top-notch coachings here? Because who will pay for small coachings if they can pay for Made Easy and go to Delhi?
People are interested to pay. That's what I'm saying. I conducted a survey in 4th years and 3rd years. They said we can pay, and if it will be grateful if you come up with some coaching centers. That's what they said. Maybe you are not interested to pay for the coaching institute.
I would like to clarify on this. Like even I mentioned in my manifesto about UPSC coaching. So from the starting we tried a lot. See, bringing the GATE and CAT coaching is simple, like easy. You can bring it because we have decent institutes here. But about UPSC coaching, the problem is even like Officers IAS Academy, I think most of you will know it. Officers IAS Academy, it is a good academy for UPSC. So the issue was even they were not ready to provide the online classes also, because only thing is the issue which they face is they expect like suppose what is our strength? Our college strength is around 5,500 suppose. So they expect a good participation from the students, but that never happens. So then finally they say that we doesn't want to come here because they will be in a loss. Simple. So even for online coaching they were not ready to give, like video classes, video conferencing. So that is a issue. Like maybe you can try. If you can
sure,
bring,
I'll try.
Yeah, if you can bring someone, it will be really good.
Yeah.
I would like to say one point regarding the coaching institutes. One problem which I have noticed regarding bringing down UPSC institutes is, unlike GATE coaching, GATE or CAT coaching, the problem with UPSC coaching is they have 7 major subjects. So we can't arrange faculties. We can't arrange 7 different faculties to come down to our institute and teach on the same day. So that one point, I think that will be a problem, even if we try to bring down coaching institutes to our college.
I have 2 questions for Ajay. First question is that when asked about the NITFest chairman, what he told was there will be 10 other core members and I don't think that they will accept me or I can bond with them. So when you're not able to bond with 10 other core people, then how do you think you'll be able to bond with the thousands of students?
Okay. See, NITFest, the NITFest when you see, as Satish said, it's the fest of our people. And to run such a fest, we need extreme coordination and understanding between everyone. Do you agree or not? Even you understand that, right? I know, I guess you are a part of NITFest. You are in Festimer teams. So you know that whenever anything is happening, so you need complete understanding, unity between everyone, because you need to respect each other's opinion and you need to consider everyone else's points, and then you have to come to a decision.
Yeah, so you think you can't do that?
I can do that. I don't have any problem with that. The only fear which I had is I might have some starting troubles, which I think I can overcome. That's it.
Okay. My next question is that there is already an app developed by central government which is called Himmat.
Sorry?
There is already an app developed by central government which is called Himmat. What that app does is, when you shake a phone or when you press the power button thrice, it sends a location to the nearest police control room. It sends a video recording for the first 30 seconds and an audio recording. So what is the whole purpose of developing an entire new women's safety app?
Okay, so where is the nearest police station to our near our college?
I'm not sure.
Okay, it's in Tuwakudi.
Okay, fine, yeah.
Okay, and where is security office?
Yeah, here. So what do you think that your app will be different?
Who will be the quickest to respond?
Let me complete. Who will develop an app for you first?
I spoke to my friend in Delta, so he said he can do it.
Who's that?
Aditya Kumar from CS department.
To clarify, it's easy to reach from Tuwakudi police station to Opal rather than security office to Opal.
Sorry?
It's easy to reach from Tuwakudi police station to Opal rather than security office to Opal.
No, you can't.
Through the second gate, of course.
One more thing. Yeah,
just one
second. From the Tuwakudi police station, the police personnel, they have to come through this gate only, the Director of Bangla's gate. So, and I don't think if a major problem comes up, the many number of people, they can't come through that gate. So that is one point I would like to say. And Mario.
Main point is that developing an app for that is very, very simple. The task which lies, a big task which lies is that you need a web dev thing there. There has to be a server which is running there. For Pragyan events itself, we are buying server from outside and we are running here. So how do you think that we can have a security thing there? You need a web server, you need a web backend, there has to be a video there. So what is the whole point of developing an entirely new thing?
I think our institute can help us out with that.
Sorry?
I think our institute can help us out with providing us a server.
No, they're not helping us out with having a simple server for Pragyan.
See, Pragyan is different from women's security. I think you don't get the difference between women's security and Pragyan. You can't compare women's security with Pragyan. Do you get that?
No.
Simple.
My point is that you are not able to afford for Pragyan. Fine. The institute has to do for women's safety. That is one thing. So what is your whole point of affording that much, taking a server and doing that when there is already an app which sends information to the police directly? They can just make a simple call here and say this is the problem. So what is your whole point?
So how many of your...
it requires thousands of dollars. So that's my whole
How many of your friends reported, how many of your female friends have reported problems outside? This app, you can provide details anonymously also. So how many of your friends, female friends have told their problems outside? I'm just asking you because you questioned me, right? So this is a question for you. This is a question for you. How many of your female friends went out and complained that I have this issue? Because the app which I have in mind, you can even give complaints anonymously and you can provide the location. That's it. So they might feel more, what to say, they will be more comfortable disclosing it anonymously rather than revealing the name. So now how many of your female friends approached someone and told the problems? Do you know someone? Then? Okay, so do you know our institute has an anonymous email ID? Do you know that? You know that?
This question is for Satish.
I'll get back to you later.
My question is that you're saying that anonymity helps, but my point is that when we write written complaints with our names on it, they don't get acted upon. So why would an anonymous complaint be taken seriously by anyone?
I'm interrupting you. Like when you give a complaint, even if you give it anonymously or with a name, it's definitely being investigated.
You mentioned in your manifesto that you will conduct regular meetings with the students and the student council, right? So where do you think this will happen? And who will come from the students for these meetings? Do you think the footfall, we have conducted open house sessions and we know the footfall has been low. Do you think you're not that approachable that you need to have a meeting with the students to get to know their problems?
No, students in the sense I think you are taking wrong. The whole students, like we already have a CR's meeting and we will be getting a problem from CR's itself.
Yes.
What I'm saying is students, maybe in the manifesto I just mentioned students, but the meeting will be conducted with, different sectors. Like one meeting will be conducted by tech clubs or tech club peoples to hear their problems. You are asking that I'm not that approachable. Like if they come as a group, they pitch their problem with some proper reason so that we can get to the admin properly with some proper reason. That's what I'm saying. And this has been conducted for the, in the previous council also.
Yes.
And why is it so difficult for you?
Yeah. Do you think a meeting is necessary for you to call everyone instead of you going and asking maybe one of the heads or like one of the people?
No, what I'm saying is every club member won't say their problem to tech clubs. Why shouldn't we conduct? When people are interested to come for the meeting, should I go room by room and ask their problems? Or when they have a problem, they have been working in the rooms, A halls for their works. They can come to just to the student council or in the A11 hall itself to conduct a meeting. I think.
Yes, my point is that the footfall will be low. Like we have.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be calling the people from different sectors. I am not just saying, like if I say there will be a meeting with students, no one will come. But giving a proper message, sectoring them properly, definitely people will come.
So were you telling that you have already conducted these sessions or like what you have already experimented calling people?
No, I saw like in the previous council it has been conducted.
All right, all the best.
There's an alumni question. We Deliver is a startup by Mr. Balaratnavelu, an alumni of batch 2018 who gave it shape while still attending college. and now it's on its feet and going strong. So this question has two parts. The part one is, what kind of support do you think our admin can provide to such entrepreneurship enthusiasts starting up while still attending college? And the second part of the question is, what would be the one specific initiative that you would push forward and pursue in this area?
No, first part I didn't get properly.
What kind of support do you think our admin can provide to entrepreneurship enthusiasts who want to start up while still attending?
The club ESL is already conducting for those enthusiasts like pitch fest, those kind of things. Maybe giving a proper support to the club itself is enough, I guess. And the second part, initiative.
Yeah, same thing. Why don't we just we have existing clubs like same point. We have clubs like ESL. So why don't we just give them a proper support from the admin so that they can function efficiently and smoothly.
Yeah, what exactly is that support? That's the whole question. Are you telling that you will be supporting the club that supports the entrepreneurial students? You will be supporting the club.
The second part is, what would be the one specific initiative that you would push forward and pursue in entrepreneurship? Yeah.
For promoting entrepreneurship in our campus, or?
Yeah.
Maybe the same thing which I said for tech club projects may be done. Getting their prototype ideas of their startup ideas and then getting it properly to the alumni, maybe give some proper support to them.
So what about a student who is not able to get into ESL or any other club like that, but he does have the...
Yeah. That's what I mentioned now. Like apart from ESL, we can get some, releasing a Google Doc or something, we can get their prototype or ideas to the alumni via Recall or AAIC. That's why they are there. Okay.
Suppose a person is not able to approach ESL also. So AIC is something where you can give the proposal of your project. It will be floated up and you can get the funding. Fine.
Do you have anything to add, Ajay?
No.
With that, we'll wind up the session. Thank you, candidates.